Welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday morning to you all. Hope it's wonderful wherever you are, where you're tuning in, and we're glad you're with us. It's Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network.
Good morning, Michael.
Hello, Mr. David. As you guys can see, we have Mr. Dave Schmandl back in the studio with me. He committed last week at the end of the show, and I held him to it. So he's back, and Mr. Gibbs is off. I'm not sure where he's at. He's at a training somewhere.
Just stop the sentence right there. Mr. Gibbs is off.
He's off. That's actually, I should have just done it that way. That's a great way to put it. So Mr. Gibbs is off. He'll be back in the studio next weekend. And here's what we got on tap for you on this show. We're going to do the morning BM, which will be the morning DM for Dave and Mike. Plan is to have an interview with Jeff Sheets. He's a golf club developer, designer, and I think you guys will find this interview very interesting. We had confirmation he was calling in, and now we're not really sure, but the plan is that he will be calling in after our first break. You can check him out at Jeff Sheets Golf, SHEETS golf.com.
You have to spell that carefully.
Yes, you do. I thought about that as I was reading it. And 9 a.m., we're going to have the clubbing equipment terms, which I thought some of them were pretty interesting. I know that you and I, being in the industry, know a lot about those terms. But you hear a lot of
that flat part in the front that you're supposed to hit it on, and then the long stick part.
Yep.
Okay, I'm up to snuff here.
You hear a lot of golfers talk about the terms, but I think you and I both know not everybody understands the terms. And I will admit there's some terminology I did not understand until I've really taken the time to dive in to research it.
And I really stress a lot that people don't understand golf clubs. And if you don't understand the dang thing, how can you make it do what it was made to do?
That's a very good point. That's actually an awesome point.
I got a point there.
You got a point.
I'm a regular.
1 point, Dave.
I'm a pencil.
Ding. You're a pencil.
Oh, I got coffee. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got coffee. Nikki's going to call from Hawaii again. Last week, she had the pleasure of being a volunteer for the PGA Tour on the Century Tournament of Champions. She one of the days had Xander Schauffele that she was a scorer for, walking scorer, and then she did some other things with Justin Thomas and Bryson DeChambeau.
Really?
Yeah.
That is too cool.
So she's going to call it at 9:25. Call in, and then we've got some Golf Talk Radio
I'm sorry,
trivia.
I got to interrupt. I just took a swig out of this coffee. I felt like Jackie Gleason going, whoa. That's serious coffee.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you, Michael.
I realized they gave you I wanted to warn you because they gave me a really big cup. Usually I don't get you a cup that size.
We're going to be talking real quick by the end of this show.
Yeah, so be careful.
So I apologize for
That's all right.
interrupting.
No, do we regret any of our picks?
I don't even remember what.
You call, you'll automatically win a prize from us. Could be a tailor-made hat, could be a sleeve of balls, rounds of golf at Paso Robles Golf Club. You name it, we've got it. Golf books, we'll send it your way. And so thought I'd jump in. Dave, I figured you could appreciate this. I know I can. I'm not sure that the kids, the millennials nowadays, will appreciate this, but today marks the anniversary. 41 years ago, more than 51 years ago. 61 years ago.
And you know what? I still might remember it.
61 years ago.
Sad.
61 years ago, the Pluto platter, also known as the Frisbee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, got a little commercial here that I thought I'd play. And, when I was growing up, Frisbee was huge.
What's a Frisbee? A Frisbee's fun. It's a flying saucer that you command. Watch.
This is the way to curve a Frisbee.
This is the way to curve a Frisbee.
Catch a Frisbee.
Catch a Frisbee. Skip a Frisbee.
Skip a Frisbee. This is the way to hold a Frisbee.
This is the way to boomerang it.
Every
So did you boomerang and this was the way to fun your Frisbee? Did you used to do that?
I had a lot of fun with
61
Frisbees.
years ago? But here's something that I was thinking about, and I wanted to pose this question to you. If somebody was to actually practice throwing a Frisbee, could that help their golf? How does throwing a Frisbee, like when you think about the plane, which is the path that your hand travels in throwing a Frisbee, is that a practice of a release or?
Sure. You know, I've said it a million times that the golf swing is overly taught, and it's basically just an athletic move. And if you can throw a ball, you can play golf. And if you can throw a ball, you can throw a Frisbee.
I'm not so sure. I was
that's
kind
the
of
end
I
of
always
my
my
story.
thumb always gets in the way when I throw the Frisbee.
Well,
What does that mean?
your grip's too weak.
Is it too weak?
I don't know.
Or is it too strong?
What, do you
It's
do
too
the,
strong.
Do you do the right-handed throw
I
where you
try
go
to do
across
the
it?
underhand with the palm to the sky.
Or-
I can't. I can do that, but it curves, which ironically, that's what happens with my golf swing. Now that we're talking
Amazing,
about
ain't it?
it is. And then I'll do the hand in the front of the Frisbee and flip the
The
maybe
backhand?
The backhand. I seem to be better at the backhand than I am at the underhand.
And do a
release.
backhand with your left hand.
I don't know if
There's
I
a
could.
golf
Oh,
swing.
you know what? I can do that.
I bet you could.
I can do that.
You're a talented person.
See, I'm thinking right-handed all the way on this whole
Right-handed,
thing.
you got to do the throw style
Yeah.
if you want to work on your golf game. But then if you talk to DeLobby, you got to train both sides. So that means you got to do it both ways, both hands.
Well, otherwise you're lopsided.
And then I fall down. So
So this got me thinking. With when I was looking at this the other 61 years ago, which is just crazy. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna test this out with the kids. I'm gonna get a bunch for the first tee session
Cool.
and have them throw the Frisbee back and forth, and then put the Frisbee down. And I'm gonna have them get up to the tee to the range and hit some balls,
I think it's a great idea.
and just kind of do that transition. No, like you were just saying, not overthinking, not over
Just throw
teaching. Just throw it, and then get up there and let's swing and hit some balls, and let's see what happens.
You know, I think that's a great idea. One thing I'm a fanatic with in lessons is grip pressure. And try to throw a Frisbee when you're strangling it.
Oh, it's
Can't
impossible.
be done.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can be, but it won't go very far.
No, and the control factor goes way
Yeah.
down. You can't keep control
Same
of
thing
it.
with a golf club.
Yeah, you can't keep control of it. There's no way. But yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting. I mean, I can remember throwing a Frisbee in our backyard because where I grew up, we had a pretty big backyard, and we could throw it like corners
What was that?
around the house. Oh, it's just a little update.
We're
Bing.
being invaded.
Yeah. So I can remember throwing it so you could, shape it, throw it around corners, do different things,
Throw it to
different
yourself.
spins.
Throw it straight up. And
Yeah,
let it come back at about a 45-degree angle.
We would
That
do
was pretty cool.
we would do that at the school. I was okay at that. I wasn't great at that. So it got me thinking again. Like I posed the question to you. I mean, I'm wondering if you're throwing a Frisbee, and you just kind of look at how you throw and which way the Frisbee goes, transitioning that to your golf swing. And you don't have to be a pro, like you were saying. If the hand is going one way and the Frisbee goes that way, and the hand's going the other way and the Frisbee goes that way, what if the hand goes down the line? What happens to the
Why
Frisbee?
don't we do that with our golf swing? Make it that simple.
I try.
Yeah.
I try really hard to do that. I really do. I really do. I think we have. I'm going to double check because the phone was ringing here. Let me see if Chris is on the line here. Nope, he dropped. Nope, here he is. He's on too. He's still there. All right. Welcome to Golf Talk Radio. Is this Chris?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, it's me.
What's up?
Oh, nothing much. I got a question. Is it okay for
No.
the pros to use putter grips on all their clubs if they wanted to?
Good question.
Wow.
And is that a good thing to do for your clubs?
No and no.
Really?
There you go. No and no.
Wow. Why is that?
Well, it's against the rules for one thing. Putters have their own little fantasy rules to themselves on how long they can be and what the grips are like and what the head is like and how many faces it can have on it. And so that is a putter grip can be used on a putter, and that's it. As far as would it be good or not, I've actually had people do it, thinking
Really?
it would be a great idea, giving it a try. Well, for one thing, it's ridiculously expensive. And another thing is putter grips are made to take your hands out of a swing. Golf swing is made to have your hands active.
Yeah.
So it just kind of kind of a cool idea. Might look kind of groovy, but bad for golf. And the rules freaks will they'll have a contract out for you within 2 days.
Wow.
Well, I know in the USGA decisions book, rules and decisions book, if you go into the appendix section in the back there, Chris, it has all the stipulations of equipment. Mm-hmm. How long it can be, what the grip size can be, all these different things. And like Dave said, I'm sure it's back in that appendix about,
The putter has its own little set of rules.
Yeah.
The shaft can be bent. What is it? 3.5 inches, I think, from the head. You can have split grips, but they have to be 3 inches apart. You can. There's just so many rules for putters, and they're in their own little world, and let's let them stay there.
Wow, that's amazing.
If you took any player on tour and you put putter grips on their irons, like Chris is suggesting, or their woods, I have one guy I think that would come to mind with a swing that it would work.
DeChambeau?
Well, there's one.
Okay. Because he has those big grips.
So that
on
I have two of them now. Then.
Oh.
What about Paul Azinger?
Oh, he used to hit that little low block. Maybe.
He was a holder.
Yeah.
He was the hanger-oner.
I used to get a lot of phone calls when he went on tour.
Really?
I said, "Look at your swing." Yeah, the little low knockdown block shot.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, Chris, great question. Go to golftalkradio.com, fill out the trivia form on the left-hand side on the homepage of our website, and we'll send you some golf balls.
Oh, right on, guys.
Okay,
Thanks
man.
so much.
Hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you soon, guys.
Take care, Chris.
You got it.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, the morning DM is done.
We're dumb.
Unless, did you have something that you wanted to add?
No.
You added a bunch. You did great. Want to let you guys know that this section of Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy is sponsored by Health IQ. Check out the latest from Health IQ at you can go to golftalkradio.com and click on the banner for Health IQ. Check out your life insurance quote today. Mention the promo code Golf Talk and see what you can save with Health IQ. Go to golftalkradio.com. Also, thank you to Dave Schmantel from Slick Sticks here for joining us, joining me on the other side of the operating board. And Mr. Billy Gibbs Seat, always a pleasure to have you in here, Dave.
My honor. I just feel overwhelmed trying to stand up to Billy's capability.
You do fine. You do fine.
Is that why they call that? Capabilities.
Capabilities.
He's ability.
He's ability. There you go. So we're going to take our first break, and the plan is, again, when we come back, we'll have Mr. Jeff Sheets. It's jeffsheetsgolf.com, SHEETS golf.com. Hopefully, I'm going to have you
in the morning.
Yes, there you go.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have you. I'm going to have you try to get hold of Jeff there if you can, Dave. See if we can get him in, and you guys stay with us. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network.